yeah, we'll wait another minute or so, get fired up, and talk about doom and gloom.
There
And,
seems to be a bit of it rolling around out there these days.
yeah, funny. I was telling Phil that we listed this, and then lo and behold, I saw a article by David Brooks on the topic. So he's a big, I don't know, editorial writer.
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, fair enough to say.
Yeah, and he was writing about it, which really doesn't come as any surprise because it's been in the news a lot.
Yep.
Doom and gloom, including people who identify themselves as doomers.
Oh yeah, card carrying doomers.
Hello from Kirkland. Yay.
There's Sanjay.
One more minute. We'll do 104 and then we'll fire.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Oh, over there too, huh, Stas?
I imagine there's plenty there. We Americans are good at it. Yeah.
It's a specialty.
It's really, I mean, you can have somebody sitting in a nice warm house, enough money, enough food, enough everything, and still be dooming and glooming.
Yep. It's the darndest thing.
we are really good at it. It's 104. We will
Get started.
Okay, so what we're going to do with doom and gloom is we're going to sort it. But before we can sort doom and gloom, which leads to creativity, by the way, we need to show you the point of view that we'll put it into.
Set up our context.
Yeah, we'll set it up, and it's literally so. If you're wondering, well, how would I approach this? Well, here, let's do it quick.
Let's do it this way.
I have this point of view that I use to talk about such things. There's senses at the top, mind at the bottom, satisfaction over to the right, and relief to the left. You'll notice that creates 4 quadrants, those 2 lines. And so now in the lower right, we write down who's important to us. And so my wife is important to me, for example. And that's the kind of responses that we're looking for. And so anybody that's with us live can pop in and say, hey, my fill in the blank is important to me.
And Sanjay has begun. My children.
Children. So we have children have shown up as important. Yay. Anybody else got one?
Cat.
All right. He added a cat.
Mother.
We got a mother. Yay, mom. This is perfect. That's who we put down there. that kind of fun.
There's where they go.
Now, in the lower left, we put yucky stuff, like doom and gloom. In this case, it's fear, but that's where doom and gloom comes from, is fear, right? And
Fear.
so we have fear.
Doom. Gloom.
What other kind of stuff goes along with fear, doom, and gloom?
Hopelessness.
Good one. A good one. Yep. Despair. There's one. Dread.
Dread.
Ooh, I like dread.
Incompetence. Dread.
Man, these are good.
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of that going on.
Oh.
Impotence. Ooh.
Oh. Now we're really cooking. So now we got it. This is yucky stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And the upper left.
Fear of failure.
Failure. There we go. So when we go to the upper part of the matrix, this point of view is called the matrix. This is behaviors that others can see you doing. So like for fear, you might run away. So, and most of us can discern if somebody's running because they're afraid. As a matter of fact, you'll start getting ready to run yourself because we're herd animals, and if we see
Well,
somebody
you
else,
see somebody the other day said, I was going somewhere and my friends were ahead of me and they turned around and started running. And I just started running too. I wasn't even sure why they were running. I just started running.
might as well. Right. Yeah. And that's it. That's
Avoidance, escape from triggers. Oh, yeah. Oh, endlessly ruminate. Oh, here we go. Ruminate. We do that. We can do
sort
that.
of an internal one, though. So we ruminate, and you can do these, folks. You just do a little arrow to the inside in the mind, and you ruminate. And lots of people do that. I've done that. Phil may have done it.
Oh, just this morning I was doing something.
I love where that word comes from. Ruminate. It's cows.
That's great. Yes. Chewing that cud.
Chewing their cuds. Yep.
Angry wall. Ooh.
I like that.
Ooh. Angry wall.
You put one of those up, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
None shall pass.
Yes. So you get that idea on these upper left, and a relief. If they're successful, you get relief, right? Yay. I feel so much better. I got away from the bad guy, I got away. Or, I took Alka-Seltzer and got relief from my bellyache. Or I took Tylenol and got relief from my headache.
Or I took a shot of schnapps.
I took a schnapps. I got relief from my fill in the blank, So we all do these things, and they result in relief. And we have to do them because other than that, we'd be dead. So they're just part of life. Right? So we notice our relief moves. And then finally, satisfaction. Well, that's the stuff you do to approach who's important to you. And oftentimes leads to satisfaction. Ooh, perfectionism.
Whoa. Put that over here, too.
Oh, we love perfectionism. Got to get it just right.
All the time. That's the perfectionist motto.
Yeah, cool stuff. So in the upper right, I'll go back over there just to get through this. For my wife, I might go talk to her. What a concept. Right?
For my daughter, I might go watch YouTube with her.
Go to a little YouTube.
We have children.
We got children and a cat.
Cat and mother.
What approach behaviors? Stuff that hug my mother. There we go.
Hey, hug the mother.
Mom, a hug. Yep.
Moms like hugs.
Yep.
Take them out for brunch.
Yeah, I'll go with you.
Let's go.
I love brunch.
I'm a fan of brunch. Yep.
Yeah. Definitely a source of satisfaction.
I'm going to have to feed the cat, Kevin. I'm going to put that up.
I better feed the cat.
We can't leave the cat hanging.
Yeah, they need to be fed. A good part of my day is feeding animals. Morning and night. They're important to me, though, so I keep them. So you get the idea. And then to make it a point of view, you notice all this stuff. So you say, hey, cat be satisfaction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Color my cat satisfaction. So, and so there we got notice in the middle, and we just wonder to ourselves, gee, I wonder if I'll have the opportunity to notice all this stuff. Who's important and yucky stuff, and relief moves and satisfaction moves in the next week or so. Yeah, I think so. I think I will have the opportunity. Doesn't mean I will, but the opportunity will arise for me.
Distinctly possible.
Okay.
Sanjay says yes.
Yes. And so now we have it, and we say, okay, I'm cooking along. Maybe you've made the mistake of looking at some news source, particularly a United States news source.
Oh, yes.
And the reason I say United States news source is because part of the David Brooks article I read after we set this up, he had some statistics where through the pandemic, 75 or 80% or so of the US headlines were negative. Whereas in Europe, it was now more like 52%. It was quite a significant difference. And so, meaning that American headlines tend to be negative, which you read enough of those things, you might notice doom and gloom showing up. And now we pause. Where might we put doom and gloom? Now, we already put it there, but we'll ask again. Where do we put doom and gloom in the point of view?
Headlines, reading the headlines at the top.
We read the headline, and then we notice, yikes.
Stuff down here or something shows up.
And then
bottom left, Sanjay says.
And that is where I would sort it myself.
That's kind of where it shows up for me too.
The news is out of the five senses. Correct. So you read the headline.
News is up tier.
Or you hear the news report or whatever, 3 or 5 senses. Oftentimes, Phil's going to do it. He'll do a little curly Q line that'll go down to the mind.
Just like that.
Just like that. And now it's shown up in your mind, and negative headlines, initially it's just fear.
Yeah.
They scare you. But a steady diet of them leads to doom and gloom, meaning it's all hopeless.
Give it up. No sense trying.
All of that stuff then shows up. Okay, so that's what we're doing now. As one might imagine, if you fall into that, and well, I know people. They tell me they do this.
Oh yeah.
They go back and watch more news.
Yep. They come back up here.
And when they go back and watch more news, or I think this kind of stuff shows up in Facebook too.
Oh yeah.
I don't get on Facebook much.
Well, let's put news and social media. Why don't we?
Social media, but yeah, people put this stuff up. Now, we're not saying all of it is, but there's, well, in the United States, like 75% is negative. Okay. So you get this, and they go back and see more, and then they go back and see more. And it can be quite the stuck loop. There we go. Phil, I can see what he's doing. He's drawing a stuck loop where you're trying to get relief from the doom and gloom. And then when you see more doom and gloom headlines, nope, that's not relief.
It's stuck.
After a while, even if you see a positive headline, what do? You discount it.
Yep.
Right.
There's more doom and gloom coming. I know it.
Right. And when you're stuck in that doom and gloom cycle like that, your human creativity is taking a hit.
It's not showing up.
That's right.
If you saw them, yeah, right.
You wouldn't believe your eyes. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Imagine. So, but in that, I mean, you're trapped over there. And now we'll think about time. Okay. And so, because one of the fun things to do with the Matrix is say, really, the sum of all your relief moves and satisfaction moves, and even the combos where you're getting a twofer, you're getting some satisfaction and relief out of one behavior, all of that stuff adds up to, drum roll, 24 hours in a day. That's it. That's it. All anybody gets. No matter who you are, you get 24 hours in a day. Well, if you get yourself stuck in one of those doom and gloom cycles over there, you start thinking, well, how much time is that eating up? Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Watching the news is a relief move.
Over here. Right.
It's a strange world of you go back to the source of doom and gloom in the hopes it'll get you out of your doom and gloom.
Yep.
It's a known phenomenon. It's been known for hundreds of years. This is not a new thing. Uh, and however, we didn't used to have instant access to doom and gloom.
No.
You had to wait a while for it to show up. Now, anybody with a smart
It's 24-hour news cycle.
24, and of course, we can get into all of that stuff.
Because even the news was not always 24 hours.
No, you used to only see that, once a, I guess really we saw it 5 times a week, right? Monday through
We
Friday.
saw evening news, morning news, late time news, right?
Yeah. And that was it. And then we took off the weekends, right? We didn't want
Yes.
on the weekends. So what was that? I watched
Okay.
That's funny.
Let's put that up there too. Watch horror movies.
Funny. It's a joke, but it's called a sick joke, right? Because really
To get relief from the doom and gloom.
point. And David Brooks actually wrote on this too. He must have been reading our minds.
I think so.
We can get
He's probably a closet crowdcast watcher.
Crowdcast watcher, is that it?
Yeah.
But come on. This basically creativity's taking a hit over there. Right? If nothing else, because it's eating up a whole lot of your time. Or not your time, but humans in general in the United States.
It's like this.
In Russia, right? It's eating up a lot of your time. And I mean, all you're relating, okay, so if you look at it from relational frame point of view, all you're relating is doom and gloom stuff. That's all you're doing. And
slowing down, hemming in here.
so any creativity that's used that your mind does do ends up being in the service of doom and gloom.
Get sucked up.
And anybody drum roll conspiracy theories. And that's where, so you got a conspiracy theory is creative. I mean, you make them up out of whole cloth, as they say.
Yeah.
You make them up.
Just take stuff in your mind, put it together. You got a conspiracy.
They show up in your mind. That's what they do. Well, that's creativity. If they would write it down into a fiction book, they might make some money at it. Because that's what they are. It's fiction, and it's creative, but it's doom and gloom creative, and which is the kind of stuff that's not going to get us anywhere. Okay, not going to get you anywhere. So the thing is then to talk about,
There you go, Sanjay.
I have a